Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And this is old Larry Ray, as I am here every Saturday morning, as I've been designated now. I'm definitely an old-timer. Thank you, John Gordon, for that introduction on the last segment. And I'm fired up about it now. You've inspired me here.
I'm glad to help, Larry.
You helped a lot, and thank you, Frank Barton, for that.
Every time I look at LeBron James now, I'm going to think of Larry Ray.
You think of Larry Ray.
Yeah,
okay, right. Of course, they all know that I'll be 80 next month. That's okay. That's all right. Hey, we got a good segment here. We close out today's show, and I always like to get information from Sonia Outlaw Clark, my good friend, the director of the West Tennessee Delta Heritage Center, the Tina Turner Museum in Brownsville. One of my favorite places, and you can listen this morning on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM right there in Brownsville, along with News Talk 101.5 in Jackson and here in Memphis on 790 AM. But we are really happy to announce today's a special day up in Brownsville. They're going to dedicate the new Rock and Roll Hatchie Trails, and this is Earth Day today, April the 22nd. So at 2:30 this afternoon, they're going to dedicate this new Rock and Roll Hatchie Trails, and we're happy to have on with us this Saturday morning Mark Yoder. He is the man behind this wonderful hiking trail and mountain bike trail. And first of all, good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning.
Thanks for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Talk about this. It's pretty cool, folks. I went and watched the video with Mark and three of the Boy Scouts in there that did all this work. So talk about how this thing got started, Mark, and a little and about the trail itself.
Okay, well, back in around 2018, I was riding, out in different states around the country, mountain biking on trails and that sort of thing. And I just came back home and said, it's too bad we don't have something in Haywood County where I live, because I'd like to get out and ride when I can and as often as I can. And so I approached several different city officials, city mayor, county mayor, Parks and Rec, Chamber of Commerce, those sort of people. And they all loved the idea of having a multi-purpose nature trail, mountain biking trail, but they just weren't sure that it would be real popular locally, and if it would be worth investing a lot of money in it. And I assured them that it was a pretty simple thing. It was just basically a what we call a single track dirt trail in the woods. And so they said, well, if you like, go out to this property that we own and see what it can do, and just try your hand at it, see if it would be conducive for a mountain bike trail / multi-purpose, hiking, biking, running trail. And so I went out and spent some time in 2018 just looking at the land, studying it, and didn't start actually working on it until 2020 of October of 2020. And I just started with maybe a 2/10 of a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile section of trail, and I just began to work on it, and it was really pretty good. It works really well.
Yeah.
Mountain biking.
Yeah. Well, I've looked at it, 5 miles, 5 separate nature paths, each named for a prominent musician from Haywood County, and your county's known for the blues. That's a lot of stuff right there. So I was looking at some of these. Was it difficult to come up with 5 names? I mean, how did that happen?
That was, I wanted to include as much of Haywood County and Brownsville in the motif of the trail.
Yeah. And
the Delta Heritage Center has some great artists featured there, and I thought it would be really, it would kind of be an attraction if, let's say that I'm a tourist and I go to the Delta Heritage Center at exit 56 on High 40.
Yeah.
And let's say I'm looking through that museum and I'm reading about Hammy, Nixon and Yank Rachel, these different blues musicians, and Tina Turner. And I thought, it'd be kind of neat if after I go through there, I find out that there's actually a trail that is named after these people, and maybe highlight some of the history behind them. And so I could go over and enjoy the great outdoors and also continue to further my education on these different artists.
And you did.
And so I thought it would be a neat spin-off of the Delta Heritage Center, and it would also echo some of the heritage of the Haywood County area and Brownsville, the city of Brownsville.
And you did you involved the Boy Scouts. I really like that. You got these young people, Troop 68. Talk about that, because they're part of this. Yeah. Yeah,
to me that was just a no-brainer. You have, Boy Scouts who love the outdoors and are looking for opportunities to do community service and Eagle Scout projects. And so also the trade-off would be, getting them involved would mean a lot of work that they could do to improve the trail. Yes. And so I thought, the more people that we could get involved that would care about the trail would just make it better for everybody. And, it would also protect the trail. The more people that love the trail are going to protect it as well. And so I just wanted to involve as many people as possible. The Boy Scouts were a really big part of it. I went to running clubs. I would find somebody running, and I would stop them and say, have you seen this trail? Yeah. And so just one by one, I tried to include as many people as possible.
And again, we're talking to Mark Yoder that today at 2:30, the Rock and Roll Hatchie Trails, and this being Earth Day, a special day for that. The name itself, Mark, did that come easy?
No, we kind of threw it around.
That's a cool name. It's a cool name.
Yeah. Originally, we thought of naming it like something that would correlate with the Delta Heritage Center and call it the Delta Heritage Trails.
That's too bleak. That's too bleak. No.
Yeah. So we threw it around, and we wanted it to reflect music more. Uh-huh. And so we thought about the blues trails and different things, but rock and roll just sounded like it went. The play on words was really good with there are rock features on the trail that you can ride your bike over or walk, next to.
You got some planks too. Well, I mean, I saw one of them where I don't know if that was you on the bike, but you've got some planks where you can jump on your mountain bike. That's pretty cool.
There's some wooden features that are built into the trail. That particular feature that you're talking about actually looks like the head and neck of a mandolin.
It does.
So
that's right.
That's called Yank's mandolin, and you can ride up the head of it and then off the neck of it. It's about a 30-inch drop off of it that you can drop down onto the trail, and then it drops. The trail itself then starts kind of sloping away from it pretty quickly. So it's a fun little spot. It's definitely an advanced feature. You don't want to go over it unless you've got some
unless you know how to do it. Well, tell our listeners, and we're going to let you go, but this is really cool, folks. So tell our listeners what's going to happen today, where it's located, and any information they can find about it, Mark.
Yes, sir. It's at 2:30 today. At the house address for the trail is 1199 Windrow Road. And that will take you right to the parking lot. There's a gravel road that takes you back to the parking lot. But there's going to be a ribbon cutting or a grand opening there. So you're free to walk the trails, run the trails, bike the trails if you like. And if you have dogs, you could, walk your dog. Just,
It's cool. It's cool. And it's easy, too. It's off the bypass in the I-40 Advantage Park. Is that right, Mark?
That's right. That's right.
And so I'm assuming you guys are going to work with somebody to get you some signs up to let people know this place is where it is now. That ought to be on the interstate someplace. Get that thing going, because this is a cool idea, Mark, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your efforts. So you can go to YouTube, and I guess that's the Delta Heritage Museum Facebook page or something. I watched.
If you go to YouTube, you want to see the video that you're referring to. I think that's Brownsville as is.
That's it. Yeah, Brownsville as is, and it has all the information about the trail. That's 2:30 today, but after today, it's open, right, Mark? I mean, it'll be.
Yes, sir. It's open all the time. You can go ride anytime you want.
Well, it's a wonderful facility and everything. Mark Yoder, thank you for taking time to be with us on this Saturday morning. I look forward to being up there. Okay, man? All right.
Thank you, Larry.
Have a great weekend. All right.
You too.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Mark Yoder. All right. Pretty cool thing. So I want to get that in there. Next week, as I said, 5th Saturday, Gene Smith, Dave Gabbert will be in. Gene will be in the studio with some puns. I'm not sure what else. I'm working on some things for next week's show that we'll be able to talk about. But appreciate John. Give him the name of that girl that just won this. I've got it underlined. DU's that Caitlin. What's her last name there?
Caitlin Vega from Henry, Tennessee.
Yeah, she has won the Tennessee. Junior Duck Stamp?
Yeah, Junior Duck Stamp contest.
Yeah.
1,657
entries.
So that's pretty.
That's pretty good.
Pretty heady.
She's going to Washington D.C. for the big contest, and go to ducks.org. I looked it up on there, and then you'd see her artwork. Amazing. 13 years old.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible.
That's incredible. When I look at some of those things, she may be the next. Next big guy, and what's the name of Minnesota's name?
Terry Redlin.
The Strong. Anyway, look for her. This girl's name is going to be there. Frank, thank you, buddy. Everything's going on, and over there we know about the Sultana. And give them that website again, Frank, on that.
SultanaDisasterMuseum.org. It's kind of a long one, but it works.
It works. Okay. LarryRay.com works too, even though it is old, but it does work too and everything. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shelby McCall. And this is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else?
God bless the USA.